Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to make a quick how to reach infinite video. I've been playing since the Black Panther season. I did not hit infinite my first two seasons, but for the next almost 2 years, I've hit infinite every season. So first off, I want to say don't change your deck. Find a deck that you like that's competitive and stick with it. Now make changes as needed. If you've got vision in this deck and you realize I never play him, if I do play him, he was my last resort. I didn't want to, and he hasn't contributed anything to the deck. You know you need to take vision out. But as you play, you need to think, okay, if I had this card right now, would I have won? And whatever card that keeps popping up when you think this, that's who you need to slot in for vision. Next is hot locations. If Kamar Taj is going to appear almost every game, you need to have a lot of armor builds in your deck, or you need to be running Cosmo. It's that simple. If Onslaught Citadel is coming up almost every game, you need to run a Spectrum deck, run a Tribunal deck, run Enchantress or Scarlet Witch. You need to interact with that map in some way, or your opponent is going to be at a huge advantage to you. Now, this is the most important tip I can give you. Snap when you got it, retreat when you don't. This is not about winning or losing, it's about maximizing your cubes. You need to get the most when you win, and you need to lose as few as possible when you lose. If it's turn 3 and your opponent snaps, and you don't have your Patriot or your Ultron, you need to get out of there. You can't risk an extra cube hoping to get these cards. Don't rely on hope. It's either you have it in your hand or you don't. If it's turn 1 and you have Nico Maru, and she's going to destroy the next card you put play, and you've got Deadpool or Wolverine, you need to snap. That's a huge advantage. Drawing 2 cards and getting one of your cards that need to be destroyed already and going on, that's a huge boost to you, and your opponent is going to be at a disadvantage. You need to snap before he sees this. Same with Ravonna and Mr. Negative. If it's turn 2, before your Ravonna turns over and you have Mr. Negative in hand, you need to snap. You need to snap because once they see these 2 cards come down, if you snap at a later time, they're going to leave. You need to get that extra cube while the getting's good. And a big part of this is knowing your matchups. If Howard the Duck is down and Magic is down, they're playing Living Tribunal. If they snap and you can't compete with the Living Tribunal deck, you know you need to leave. Okay, take advantage of the bots. When the bots come, you need to, by turn 5 or 6, you need to let them have the win so that they snap, you snap back, and you need to take advantage of the next turn. You need to lay down all your powerful cards. More than likely, all they're going to play is a Wolfsbane on the empty lane. The best they might do is play a Maximus. So they're almost guaranteed to let you win as long as you can throw some power down. Another thing is don't rush your turns. You have a good amount of time. You can look and say, okay, this goes here and this can go here. You need to think, okay, I'm going against Destroy. He can play Null and or Lady Death. You need to think, if he does this, can I beat it? Whether he snapped or not. A lot of people know not to snap because they don't want you to leave. So don't rush your plays. Think ahead. Think 2 or 3 turns ahead. You need to say, okay, I'm doing this now. Do I know what I'm going to do next turn? And is this play beneficial to the next turn and the turn after? This is like they say, chess, not checkers. So this is almost like you're playing 2 games. You're playing poker with your snaps, knowing when to bet, when to fold. In poker, it's not looked down upon if you fold your hand. You know, like, okay, I don't have it. Like he's throwing money in this pot. He probably has what he needs. I'm gonna throw it in. I'm not gonna throw money away. That's how you need to treat your cubes. And at the same time, you're also playing chess, where you got to think several moves ahead. You have to anticipate what your opponent's going to do. Okay, this is his deck. This is his best line. This is the best thing he can do, and I can beat it. I know I've got this game. Of course, they're going to throw in some wild cards. Every now and then you see a Destroyer running Enchantress to get rid of the armor. Stuff like that. Or the whole Tribunal setup, because they know Tribunal can get pretty high up there. So that's a tough matchup for Destroy. So, with all this being said, you can take all these tips, put them together. You should be able to hit infinite every season. The most important thing, and I reiterate, snap when you have a good card combos. You got whatever your ideal play is. If you're about to hit that before they see it, you need to snap. If you don't have what you need and they snap, Don't be afraid to lose. Don't be afraid to retreat.